Hello and welcome back to Avowed. So, last time we're still going through the garden. And, yeah. Um, we did, Marius and Kai's, little side quest sort of side kind of thing. Like, it is on the main quest thing, but it's a different thing and it says optional, so I guess it's kind of a side quest. I don't know. It seems kind of like you can't really miss it. Like, it's kind of hard to miss. But like, yeah, like he had a similar thing like Yada had, but it's all part of their past or, you know, important moment. I can hit that properly. If there we go. Yeah. And yeah, it again, like it's Sabadell doing this. We can do that. It's Sabadell doing it. This is interesting. Oh, fighting. You know, and you know, Giada's thing, like Sabata directly influenced that, but it didn't seem to influence the others as much, from what I can tell. Just want to show them, I guess. Like, oh, this whole garden just does that. I don't know. It's yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but either way, like them getting a moment to like finish up their, you know, grief and their, you know, things like that. Like, despite them, you know, not willingly being, you know, choosing to see it again. Like Marius was kind of upset having to see, you know, it again. You know, his dead parents and everything. But he got to, you know, make up or like speak with his friend. What was his name? Yantu, something like that. I forgot exactly, but yeah, there's something there.
Here it comes.
Shoot right past me. Yeah, like that was nice, I suppose you could say that, you know. If you know, like Yada's thing seemed pretty not nice in comparison, which is interesting, you know. Learning that Sabadell is directly involved with that. I don't know where I'm going. Just swimming. But yeah. So I don't know, like Sabadell is so strange and this place is so strange that what to think about it all, you know? Keep thinking, like these guys. Keep thinking about what my ultimate choice will be. I've said again and again that I... Oh, hey. Hi, Giada. You're here still? Okay. It's kind of funny. I don't know if she's supposed to still be there, or like... If I go back to Marius' place, is he gonna be there now? Well, this gives us a shortcut back to, Kinda doesn't have a thing in camp though, actually, but, yeah. I would have thought he would have something to say back in camp. I guess I'll just go back there since I get a little shortcut here. Very convenient. Very well designed. Did he let us go back to camp from everywhere? Yeah. Yeah, it kinda doesn't have anything. That's surprising. Why don't we talk to you anyway?
I've heard of strange colors in the sky, and weeks of twilight and the white that wins. Wonder if it's anything like this.
We don't have anything to say. Surprising. What was I talking about? Yeah, basically I don't know what to do with Sabadell, but I still think I'm gonna choose to freedom. We'll see. It has to really change my mind on that, like, completely. Right now I'm still in the... Well, I don't know what the best choice is, but my choice is gonna be that, I guess. This new...
I barely plan further than the...
Okay, this is... this Eve.
I don't know, Envoy.
Yeah. Same thing we've done. Yeah. Questions? Okay, nothing. Alright, I'm surprised you don't have anything to say after that, because both Gerard and Mario said. I don't know. Well, sure.
Mario's
Oh. No. Not talking about Kai. Talking about Kim.
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
It's saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Marius. That is, if you think talking will help.
Well, obviously it wasn't my favorite thing, but...
grief is strange. You lose someone, and you carry around a little hole inside yourself till you die. Or maybe the same is true for the dead. Your friend obviously loved you.
How did we get on this topic? I thought we were talking about pancakes.
Honestly, yeah, let's talk about pancakes for a while. Seems like a much more fun topic. Just checking if there's anything material-wise. So yeah, I got all my stuff upgraded. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even really realize. The only thing I don't have upgraded is this one. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'll just start upgrading this. I thought I had other stuff that needs to be upgraded, but no, I actually don't. Can I get it fully upgraded? Look at that, wow. Fully geared out for the end here. Well, supposed end. Alright, well, there we go. And yeah, I guess I'll take Yatzli with me, and let's just keep Kai for now, sure. He's the first companion. Makes sense he would come along for the end. And then the last companion. Yeah. Right, where was the... No, I had to go... Yeah, but I had to go back through here if I wanted to do a quick shortcut. Well, don't wanna fall there. Yeah, just around here. It's weird that you can just click and nothing happens. It just feels a little odd you wouldn't have anything to say, like, at all. Okay, seems like I missed something to get into that other place, because this seems to keep going. But where? There's one more somewhere. Apparently. Do they have any wires? I don't think these do that. Where could that be? Up here? This one? That's that place. Gotta be something around. Up there, maybe? I can't get over here. This might be something. Did I go here? Did I go here? Did I look at this? Yeah, I got that one already. So that's not it. No, I thought I saw one there, but I didn't. It's just a tree thing. Where could that be? The outside, maybe. Don't think it'll be too far away from that yet. Sure, I don't see much. Oh, that is the way to get into this path, though. Where could that be? That? Is that it? Okay, I did not see that somehow. Alright. Took a little bit, sorry about that. That'll happen. Give me all the stuff. Wayfinder. Okay. It's a spear weapon type thing. A full combat attack deals high stun to nearby enemies. Greatly increase the distance traveled during a power attack. The wooden half of the sphere has decorative patterns burned into its surface, detailing the arduous journey and the vanguards of the godless people underwent to first find the living lands. These explorers faced harrowing trials to find a new homeland for the people, but never did their spirit break, even as their bodies failed them. This weapon has carried by the very first godless This weapon was carried by the very first godless that set foot onto the living lands, and that singular moment of triumph and relief lives on in it forever. On in it forever. More weird spinny thing. Alright, well that was the secret you get in here. Just wanted to make sure this wasn't where Kiara's thing was. Oh, no, Yatzli. God damn it. Why am I confusing the names suddenly? I don't know why. That is... I don't know. I think I can get up there. Okay, you get up there. Yeah, we're still trying to find where Yatzli's thing is gonna be, but it's just probably just gonna be further on here. Okay. Moving on. Oh, wait, that is something over here. Okay, well, maybe. I think I'll actually need to freeze the water here. I want to get up there. Haven't done that in a little bit. This one. I don't have my freezy axe anymore, sadly, but it's fine. Haven't really needed to use it for freezing water since, you know, it hasn't been a whole lot in Gilliman's Tusk, you know. Oh, that's a sarcophagus key. Okay, great. We can get that now. If I can remember what that was. But, you know.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Oh, hey, there's a strangler right here still. Okay. Let's get one of these.
What is happening? Does the affliction fester even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
Easy. I made this plan. I'm not going to bend you now. If it only grows if you give it power. It feeds off your fear. Finally, a practical problem. I was smart you give me another riddle. Put ourselves together. You're God. This is your domain.
See clearly. We must. We must.
Alright. Well, see now I wanna... Dang it, now I wanna go back and find that sarcophagus. Oh, that was. Ugh. I don't remember where it was. It's early on. Or can I get back to it? Was it not? I don't remember exactly where it was. Was it before the camp? Because I don't think I can go back from here still. Can I? I guess I can get up there if I freeze this water. Yeah, I can. Alright, let's see what this is anyway. You need to freeze more water here. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have all these. I don't know where I'm going here. Finding a secret though. Wild Walker armor. Okay. Light armor. Receiving an elemental status applies the status to all nearby targets. And you get more accumulation for all the things. Legends about of a powerful druid and watcher known only as the Wild Walker. He's said to have possessed a singular mastery of the art of spirit shifting. We have another one of these, didn't we? Didn't we get something similar? I feel like I remember this text. Yeah, one of these Wild Walker gloves. Yes. Okay. Right, so it's like a set of things. I think most of it's the same, but this armor still holds a measure of the elemental might that the Wild Walker could call upon, empowering the wearer's own attacks and punishing enemies that turn the elements against them. I think it's the same, but it's on the screen. Oh, it's a little bit weird to do that. Alright. Guess that's just a little secret. But yeah, can I actually... I don't think I can go all the way back. You know? Where did we come from? Did we like jump? Didn't we jump? Yeah, didn't we jump? Make it all jump all the way up there? Was there a sarcophagus in there? I don't think it was. I remember seeing that and wanting to open it, but was it down here? I forgot. Let me just double check. Oh, it is, I think. Okay, hey, well, okay. I thought it was somehow further behind us. Spirit Mender. Alright. Medium armor. Sorry, my headset is a little uncomfortable. Oh, encumbered now as well. Just stash away my stuff. There we go. 2% of your attack damage is restored assassins, and maximum essence is 100. This is not bad. While armor is not an uncommon component used in crafting weapons and armor, it is rare for it to be the main quality. In order to shape such large quantities of artwork, one must possess both the knowledge of esoteric techniques and surpassing skill to perform them. This breastplate dates back to the days of the ancient Ingrians, when such things were more prevalent. Though long separated from the pillar it originated from, this artwork is still suffused with more than enough essence for plenty of lifetimes. Vast increase in the power zone reserves. Alright. Okay, we are getting so distracted by everything, but you know, that's gonna happen. Now we go, I think, finally. Oh boy. This game. If I beeline things, I would be done with this game like 3 months ago. I don't even know. This game has been a long game. It's definitely the longest series on the channel. Like I checked what the longest series was, and I think before this it was the Celeste Strawberry Jam, and that game I didn't technically finish. You know, it's been on hiatus, and you know I have thought about going back to it, but I find it unlikely just because of the difficulty and how it ended with me. And how I did not wanna go through a game I got so angry and annoyed at, and I just didn't like actually playing at some point. Yeah, but you know, that game still had like 70 episodes, you know. So yeah, can I give a sneak on one of these guys? Maybe you. There we go. But yeah, I think that's like the longest one. In Final Fantasy VII is also pretty long, by nature of the game being an RPG. You know, JRPG especially, turn-based. But yeah, like I think those are like probably the longest ones. Oh hey, bear. It's been a while since I summoned a bear. You know what? Bear on bear action. I should not say it that way. Oh, there's a lot more enemies around here. I just noticed. Ow. But yeah, like this game is definitely the longest, you know. Especially because a lot of the episodes have gone like an hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes, you know. Not like I'll play a game that's this long anytime soon. We'll see. Ah, God. Help. This is an awkward position. Yep, this is a hello bear. I'm right in your right in your nose. This is awkward. Yeah. Can I get out of here? I do seem to be kind of stuck. A little bit, maybe. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Sheesh. That was awkward. Oh, Yatzli's down. Let me go help. There we go. Hey. Stop with the electricity. Not the electricity, the slow down. The freezing of me. I'm only against to freeze people. Not if you run away. Hey. There we go. That was a battle. Yeah. Yeah, you know, as I said, probably not gonna do a long game for a while, you know. I said before that I was planning to do Clapscure, you know, until I realized it was also gonna take like quite a long time. by nature of it being an RPG. And turn-based, I think. Sorta, kinda, maybe. I don't know. I don't fully know. I've been trying to stay away from as many spoilers of that game as I can, just because I do want to play it. Yeah, that's my destination, actually, up there. I'll look around first. Hello, little guys. Unmaker. Make folk down there. Share this weapon. Two-handed melee. Power attacks deal 15% bonus attack damage. Critical hits deal high stun to nearby make folk. Really? Okay. Specific make folk anti-weapon if you're having trouble with those, I guess. I've only seen a few so far here, but you know, sure. It's into this wavy stone. It's this wavy stone sword are swirling. Should there be a comma there after the wavy? That seems weird. I don't know. Anyway, some sort of swirling patterns that cause a mind-blowing wind. Despite the unusual material the blade has been carved from, it retains a deadly edge and shows no sign of wear. When the Makeover attacked Living Lands, the godless champion wielding the sword was among the last to fall to their unstoppable might. Dozens of Makefolk were destroyed by Unmaker's blade, and with each one slain, a little more essence was absorbed into the stone sword. The weapon now seems to harbor a reviving hatred for Makefolk. Indeed. This looks fancy. What is this thing? Just a device. Is that artwork? Yeah. Yeah, weird artwork. Or like a, you know, one of those pillars, artwork pillars. It's been encased in that. I don't know what that means. But okay. But like, yeah. I was really planning on playing Clair Obscur after I finished up a game recently as well. But I didn't. You know, that's because of like, that's gonna be two giant RPGs together. I don't know if I'm feeling like doing that, you know. I do want to play it. I want to play it sooner rather than later, just because, you know. For one, well, it's a game on Xbox Game Pass, you know, it's free on Xbox Game Pass, that's why I want to play it as well, you know. Always makes it easier for me to play newer games like that. But because of that, it's likely it's gonna get removed at some point, and I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. I do think it takes a good while until they remove games, you know, from third parties. Like Avowed is probably gonna stay there forever, I guess, because it's first party. I don't know. I don't know if they've ever removed any first party games like that. I don't think they really have. Not to my knowledge, but yeah. Inevitability. So many unique weapons and armor here. Two-handed melee. Stamina cost is, yeah, 10 plus difference. But like, is that noticeable? Because it's such a significant difference in damage. I do wonder. Anyway. Damaging an enemy gives you 3% damage reduction for 8 seconds and 20% power attack damage to enemies with low health. Embedded into the heavy marble head of this hammer are symbols representing of the Wheel of Incarnation. This weapon was wielded by an abominable High Priest of Avowed that made it their holy mission to destroy vessels of all kinds so that their souls may move on to the next lives, just as the gods intended. They knew that eventually all things would die, and that even though Even through our death, this fate could not be avoided, merely delayed. With this hammer, countless trapped souls were released from their cobbled prisons for another turn around the wheel. I gotta adjust my headset, it's so uncomfortable right now. Just my hair and my glasses just make everything worse. Trying to get headsets comfortable. I am hoping this headset is gonna work out for me in the end, but it has been a little uncomfortable so far. Like in terms of like, you know, being a headset, audio quality and everything. It feels on par with the old one I had in terms of the audio quality, you know, for me. I'm not like an audio snob, but I do want it to be pretty good. And yeah, it's pretty good, you know, it does it well. I'm not, yeah. It's not like it's actively bad, you know. I would know if it was actively bad, at least I know that much. Ancient memory. Oh, we still have these as well. Okay. Well, guess we'll do one of these. We're gonna find Yatzli's thing eventually, I'm sure.
We were here all the yesterdays before.
I don't like this. I can't sense any life. The plants don't feel real. How long have you been imprisoned exactly? I can't stop to talk. I have to find you.
Nothing grows, nothing dies. Here or beyond, we cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tabari Sinakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
Right, that's the God Knights, yes. It's like, what are those again, Zabausanakis? I forgot. How do you stand it? No one to talk to? No one to visit you? They say Solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves. Power? What covered your power? You might be safer in here. You're here because the guys can trust you not to destroy things.
The deer, the owls in our trunk, they took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened? You can't keep denying the role you played in it. Enough. I can't find you I can't find you if I stop to talk to you now. It is weird to think about that. We can talk to them, but we can't actually find them, you know? It's weird. Anyway.
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Are those trees below them? Are they bigger than trees? Because the ones we fought were like big, but not that big. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird perspective going on here. Maybe they are supposed to be that big. Did they emerge from the sea? Had they been lurking in the woods, biding their time? Could we sense them before they arrived? Never appears out of thin air.
We should have heard a warning on the breeze. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
They destroy? Does it destroy? Why attack your people first? You are the greater threat. Yeah, like, see, that's another thing. Like, they also seem to like attack the the people, you know, the worshippers. We read about that being a thing, you know. It's like, okay, cool. So it's not just Sabadell, you know. It's also just people you're gonna kill. Which, like, really? He didn't do anything wrong, did he? I guess he did something wrong by, I guess, sacrilege, you know, worshipping another god. And that it shouldn't, apparently. I mean, I don't know. It again, that authoritarianism, that you know, literal god complex. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. Like just like, okay, cool. You are not willing to see anyone's opinion or differing way of life or anything. You know? Yeah. This is again why I'm still on the side of like we should free Sabadell because like Bodega and the other guards seem to be pretty shit. You know. Anyway, was there really no way to stop them? You had matched. You had to catch. You had matched. You had to catch off guard. Yeah.
A means to an end. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Did you understand your power? Were you trying to sever the godless's connection to you? That's hard to say. Godless connection to you? Like, I don't know. How was I supposed to harm you? Bodega was foolish to think she could contain you that easily.
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
Look at all this. I guess they are supposed to be that huge. I mean, that's... yeah, no. Weird. Because the ones we fought were not that big, but... I don't know, maybe. Just strange that... this is not what we saw of them. But... yeah, no, there's no way you would survive this. Like... we were able to fight them, but... you know... yeah. This is, you know... you giants. Anyway. All the wisdom gone. Burning books. Racing art. This is always how it begins. They were willing to stop you at any cost. They want to anger you. Yeah, I mean... very, very fascist imagery, isn't it?
A mouth silenced. A record of time rendered in ruins. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands.
I mean, you had to. You had to defend yourself, you know?
We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
They make for whittle you down. They must have had some weakness. You played right into the hands. You hurt the very godless you were trying to protect, didn't you? I mean, yeah, we already know that. Again, like, it's not because they wanted to. It's because, you know, well, it's war as well. You know, sometimes, you know, war becomes you don't know who you're gonna hurt. Even your own people sometimes, you know. It's just how it goes. Must he have? Let's see what he say.
There were too many, stinging, buzzing. They swarmed us. They raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Time stopped, didn't it? It happened when I died too. The story ended here. So you're still adamant that you were the victim. I mean, feels like I mean they were. It feels very much like they were. Like they were targeted for very little to no reason. I don't know. Yeah.
We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
I can't imagine the pain of losing the Godless. No one gets to erase history, not even the gods. How could you lose to a handful of make-folk? I mean, handful. You were pretty giant. I mean, come on. Like, you may be a god, but the make-folk were also made by gods, you know? It's like, still, you know? Why would they get? I mean, yeah, we're gonna be powerful. That's not how Odega remembers it. It's interesting. Again, like, we still are believing what Sabadell says to us. All this could be bullshit, you know? All this could be lies. Or at least subversion of the truth, you know? I want to believe what they say, you know? Especially because Bodega seems very adamant about just being this authoritarian god figure. Like, it sounds like something they would do, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
Tell me. That must have been why the Emperor sent me all along. How would you know about this? That's... Okay, let's come back to that. What would you do if I've never come here? I've been born someone else. If I would... Yeah, whatever. I'll never let destiny define me. I'm not going to start now. Damn, Wolf. If I hadn't died, you wouldn't have dragged me into this. It was the one who killed us, I guess. Should I know that name? I guess that's the one who killed us. No, I'm curious. Like, really? That's what you think? It's an interesting connection that I wouldn't have thought about.
We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
Don't say that. That's not true. You're here because the other gods are afraid of you. Gods may have been justified once, but this has gone on for too long. Remorse is a sign of that your time here has been good for you. You will cause a great deal of suffering. You should feel guilty. I mean, yeah, if they do feel remorse, you know. But yeah, no. It is the other guy's fault. I am starting to really believe that.
We are the rain, the swaying grass. What do they have to fear?
I don't know. Bodega won't tolerate a god that she can't bring to heal. You're not one of the godly you're not one of the godly alliance. That alone makes you a threat. I mean, did he try? It kind of sounded like not Bodega. Sabadell came into existence and Bodega was just like, oh, new god? Guess we gotta kill them. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, but I don't know. it is kind of strange, isn't it? Again, how do gods come into existence? Yeah, Sabbath just kind of did, I guess. Did it occur to you that you might be stronger than them? It's also interesting that, yeah, like, are they stronger than them somehow? This new god somehow is stronger than everyone else? How does that even work? I mean, again, it's gods. Logic, you know, whatever. Maybe logic just isn't something you should think about, but still, it's like, this is a new god, you know? I guess it's fear, I guess it's, you know, fear of the new, fear of, you know, the different, you know? That's why. Who knows how strong you are, I guess? But again, like, is this... I don't see how this is the right way to go about it, Bodega, you know? Like, Bodega just kind of sucks. Yeah.
We speak, though we are bound. Perhaps our soul was always free. Soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
It's a cat's face. Keep saying that. Alright. Remembrance of Sabadell, got an expensive passive. Your health constantly generates when below 50%. Okay. That's pretty nice. Well, yeah, I just thought about that in the last second that, like, yeah, we were gonna get the last ability here, so... I mean, we're probably gonna get that after we talk to Sabadell in real life, or whatever you wanna call it. But, like, yeah, no, I was like, right, this is probably the last location then. It's like, is another map, you know, another somewhere here? But no, like, if this is here, the ancient memory, that would mean we would get that ability, yeah. So no, I think truly, really, actually, for reals, this is the final area, and we are pretty damn close to the end here. I don't know.
Take your best shot.
Okay, hey, let's fight some make folk. Anyway, like, yeah, I was like, should I try to finish the game today? Is it? Oh, did not. Wow. Okay, you really not realize you were that strong suddenly. You just kind of messed me up. Jeez. Ah. Okay, one down. Ow. Did it have the bleed status? I was surprised these things can bleed. Not gonna lie, but okay. Ugh, that was kinda annoying. I did not expect to die. Well, not die, but, you know. Anyway, yeah. Hello, boss. Right. Yeah, I was like, am I gonna try to finish this game today? Like, because I was like, you know, I was like, we hadn't found Yatzli's thing yet. I was like, how far are we actually there? I mean, I've kind of been not really, kind of been going all around everywhere, you know. So there's a pillar up there. Like, are we close? I don't know. I am I am really like have been wanting to finish this game for the last few episodes just because, you know. Like, man, we are so close. Like, we're in the garden. Like, could we do it? Can I get up there? Wait, what? Is that where I'm supposed to go? Okay, we are
There's
supposed
something
to
about that building over there.
it's
It's
falling.
like the kind of place Yatzli would love.
Hmm. Does look very magical buildingy. Very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a you know thing. Like a witch's or like, you know, something like that, like it's giving very, you know, very Dungeons and Dragons says kinda magical special person vibe. You know what I mean? Like this is the kind of place where someone mysterious and magical and has all the answers and almost omnipotent kind of feel, like in a giant tower, and yeah, does have that vibe to it a little bit. Okay, more. Okay, so boots. Dexterity up. Okay, and dodge distance. What am I out of boots right now? Resolve. Again, yeah, see, this thing is like, I just want my resolve to be good, but +4 is nice. It's the same, yes, the Wild Walker, so it's gonna be the same mostly. Let's see if there's anything new I can notice. These boots embody her deadly grace, without which she surely would have perished before returning to Yoa. Is there anything else that was new? I'm sorry, I think it's the same. Can I get to that tower? Somehow? I want to. But how? Snow. Yeah, I can see here.
Unseen.
Where did I... How do I get back? Did I go down? Yeah, I went from down here, I guess. So here? Okay. Gotta be way to that tower, right? See, the thing is, like... I don't know. I wanna see Yas's thing today, if I could. You're just having a tantrum. Ow. Yeah, I'm not messing with make folk. Just give it all I got. There we go. Now that I know they can kill me pretty easily. Not gonna do that. Oh, okay, that may go to it. Yeah, man, I don't know. How much more do I want to go today? I am... But I heard fireworks for some reason. I heard some kind of sound, and it almost sounded like fireworks. Now stopped again. I don't know. It isn't the first time I heard random fireworks. Sometimes I just hear fireworks outside. I don't know how, but apparently people just keep them around since New Year's. Because I'm pretty sure it's illegal otherwise. But I sometimes just hear fireworks outside. in random days in random months of the year, even
familiar.
months
Hurry,
after
let's go inside.
after New Year's. Somehow, you still have them. Oh, I don't know. No, that's definitely fireworks. I don't think you can hear it, but that's definitely fireworks. I know that sound. Weird. I don't know why there would be fireworks today.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me. And there's even some wine to read with. Oh, whoever was here last, I would have gotten along well
Oh,
with them.
hello. Well, probably a skeleton. Who is very small looking. Like, that is... I mean, I guess they're all slouched and everything, but still. It's a small skeleton.
This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly, they wanted their story preserved. No matter the cost.
A keen tablet. A tablet that looks relatively new and half finished. There are some diagrams that imply the unintelligible text about a ritual of some kind. By being able to read Akita, that's about all that can be gleaned. I mean, this seems relatively nice.
She looks sad and familiar.
It's funny that Yatzli gets like the nice one. Like, but maybe there's more to it. Let's see. I mean, the others were not like. Besides Gyara's thing, all of them seem to be intended to be somber. I guess at least to be, you know, a finale of sorts of like, you know, moving along, you know, with their grief and with their past. But like this directly seems like just nice. I mean, again, it's Yatzli. Like, as I said, she doesn't really have the same trauma as everyone else has from things. At least not anything we know about, really. I don't think so. But, well, let's see where this goes.
Gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
Trying to remember, you did... Yeah, there was something about a dream, wasn't it, at some point? Like, you saw, like... you saw, like, someone... Didn't quite see someone's face or something? Or what was it? I vaguely remember that now. You know, something about that? Wasn't there? I'm trying to remember exactly what that was all about, but I can't quite remember it. Anyway, this is a cozy place to hide out. Have a nice cold pint and wait for everything to blow. Wait, the dreams can be real now. We might need to keep an eye on our teeth. Okay.
I do love your idea of hiding out, Envoy.
Oh, hello.
Finally, you've arrived. There it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number.
Have the same voice as
Of
Yatzli.
course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of the
Two
tablets.
Yatzlis. Oh no!
Have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
You just sat here and listened to all your friends die? Seems like they succeeded. Clearly not what they can then. I mean, don't wanna say that, but kinda.
Yes. There was little else I could do. I'm a scholar, not a fighter. A lesson I'm glad you learned. But how did the magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your guards the satisfaction. Poison. Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
She would have preferred living. And my resolve to kill yourself before the guards could. What an awful choice.
You're not helping, Envoy. Yatzli, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history. But you... Someone must tell the story of the Akita. And there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Think about it, Yatzli. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that is your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatzli, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
There isn't anyone else who can do this. He also needs you. I'm really willing to give up your apprenticeship with Wingrim. It's your life, your decision. Yeah, now there's even another thing that Yatzli has to choose between. I mean, again, it's a hard decision. I mean, yeah, I don't wanna. It's your decision, you know. I don't know. I don't care what you do, honestly. I suppose. I mean, it's your choice.
You're no help at all.
Nope.
Please, I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
Really, Yatzli, I don't want to influence your decision. Okay, I'm surprised you actually let me say this. Like, I mean, yeah. Well, she says she wants my opinion. I don't know.
I'm already intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt, Envoy. I am so glad that one of Sappadal's chosen stands with you, Yatzli. Our time is at an end, Yatzli. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions. Tell me about your marriage rites. And oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatzli alive. She is the last hope of the Akita. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending.
Oh. Weird.
She's gone.
No, why is that?
Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. Also, it's kind of funny. Is the reason why you're so interested in the Akita because of the phallicness of everything? That would make more sense based on your personality. I mean, yeah, I guess you have been vaguely phallic sometimes. I guess. I didn't fully pay attention to that, but they always look more, again, like maybe sea themed almost, maybe like oceanic in a way to me. And that did always look more like, you know, I don't know, just like maybe Little Mermaid-esque, maybe, you know, underwater-esque kinda vibe, you know, maybe, yeah. The pointiness and just the rockiness and the swirliness, something about that gives underwater to me. I don't know why. Anyway, like the sea and, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway. How close are we, man? How close are we? Should I stop? I wanna continue, but also it does feel like it might. I mean, this is still gonna be a long thing if I do continue, and who knows about. See, I don't want it to be like a 3-hour video, you know what I mean? But how much am I feeling it right now, right today, right now? I'm going. I guess I'm going. I guess I'm at least going a little bit further. You know, I can still change my mind. We got Trap City over here.
Understand the Akiden love for death.
Killed themselves.
Oh, it's a bison. Is he gonna stop them? No. It's a dead one. Cool. Very useful. I mean, except a few of them, I guess. I feel like I missed some because this is the 8th one. I feel like I definitely missed some. Either that or it's just some don't exist. You never quite know, do you? But yeah. Life is a prayer. Capital. My faith has been rewarded. God Function has sent unto me a kith, a dwarf named Theodore, who awakened me with Megman's prayers. Theodore worships me. In his prayer I see the reflection of Freyback. Once again I have purpose. Theodore tells me he comes from a settlement named Solace, and that in this settlement there once dwelt a dwarf named Nandru, who received divine knowledge from no divinity. For the first time in many multiples of times, I think that I can truly pray. I can fulfill God Function. I must go on to Solace and discover all traces of the insisted and utterly extirpate whatever remains of them. Praise God Function. You're very obsessed about the whole destruction of Sabadell. That's the whole point. Ow. Yeah, I got that bed up. At least I survived. Okay, disarmed. How close are we? I don't know. I really have no idea at this point. Because we're jumping these random platforms in the sky. It's maybe swirling all over the place in this area, you know, like where's even the path we took to get here, and I don't even know, you know, because it's up and down, left and right, and everywhere, you know. Yeah, it's definitely the most convoluted area in the game, so I'm glad it's relatively linear still, you know.
This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop. Catch our breath.
Is that it over there? I don't know. See, this is, yeah, man. I feel like it's like right beyond here. Like I feel like I should. But then there's also this. Like, should I? See, here's a good way to stop for today. And also I have. Wait, I want to talk to Yatzli in camp. Okay, I think. Okay, I think I'll stop for today. I'll go to camp and talk to Yatzli real quick. Oh,
There's always a weird sort
hello,
of
guy.
quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
I'm going to be alright, Kai. How about you, Marius? Yeah, are you doing okay, Yada? What about you, Yatzli? We should really get going. I assume we can talk to everyone about this. Let's have it, Kai.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I've been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
Okay, yeah. Gonna go through all this before I stop the episode, but yeah, no. I mean, this is it. Like, I feel like I don't want to go into this an hour into the video and just be exhausted. Next time I want to be ready for it. I want to see what everything comes. Yeah, I think this is the right decision. So, gotta go through this and everything, and that's gonna be the episode. Yeah. At least one of us is ready for what is ahead. Patience. This isn't the time or place to be hasty. I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows?
Yeah.
I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Yada.
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the dream scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
Freaking fireworks, man. Yeah, I feel like you could probably hear that one. The game was quiet enough this time that you could definitely hear that. I can definitely hear it. Yeah. Why? Why? Seriously? Why at like 5:30 p.m.? Like, really? Why are you... What are you doing? Why? I don't know. Someone is just like, yeah, this is time for fireworks? Pretty sure it's fireworks. It sounds like fireworks. What else could it be, though? It's loud enough and consistent enough to be fireworks, so... Just like... This is not legal, I'm pretty sure. And it's definitely annoying for everyone. I don't know. What can you do? So yeah, I'm just I didn't really get everything I was saying because I was distracted. Yeah. I feel too. I'm glad I'm not alone. No one's dying on my watch. You lost me.
Thank goodness. I don't know what happens if you die in the garden, but I'm sure it's complicated.
What about you, Yatzli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy. Well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need. I could use one myself. Facing. There's a facing joke in this game. I have to say it.
Glad to see I've rubbed off on you, Envoy. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Well, I mean, I'm not this character. I'm, the player, but I assume that this is a lot for our character. We're just the envoy, and then all it is. I mean, that would be a lot. But then I thought, truth is, I'm terrified. Yeah, speaking of this is over. I can't even say my feelings right now. I mean, I don't know. Again, how do I roleplay this? Because to me, this is, it's a video game. It's video game stuff. Crazy things happen. But, if I had to roleplay it, how would I actually say things? I don't really know, but better than I thought, I guess, considering. Because, yeah, again, it's still just a video game to me as the player, so this is what I would say. But in the character, I would probably say something different. But is that how I should say things? I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. This is what I want to say.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Zapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
I still might be we can mimic the swing of branches. I don't understand myself. It feels like I'm supposed to be here. They'd even cut my passes for anything and everything. Whiskey. Wait, if I told you, it wouldn't be a secret. I'll say the scout option as I do.
Basically the same way you hunt a cloud panther. Become the forest.
Cloud
When we
panther.
first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. It takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died. Which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those spoilers. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
It is funny that when that race quest happened, I was like, oh, this is a random silly NPC we just met. I did not expect her to become a party member at all at that point, you know. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was a quest we quickly did when we arrived in freaking not Fior. See, the thing is, I always associate the names of the cities with the place instead of the actual name. What's it called? God damn it! Now I forgot. That place, Fior place. Yeah, you know, when we got there first. That's like the first thing we did. Get a base for her. It's like, okay, cool. Anyway. The 5 odd boss on a mission to confront a guard. What could go wrong? Our work isn't finished. Saboteur is only the beginning. Can we just rest now? All this introspection is exhausting. Alright. That's enough out of volume. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn,
Yeah.
Solace.
You said that
If we
before.
make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some
We'll,
of us
you
could
know,
use a break.
when we get there, we'll figure that out,
Doesn't mean
but
Giada's
we
scary
got other
story,
business.
does it?
I thought my stories were insightful.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Yeah, and get some rest. We could all use it. What if we just stayed here forever and never look back? No, our problems won't make them go away. What if we did?
Don't think I haven't considered it. But our problems won't just go away on their own.
Stay here? I mean, we are here. It's supposed to be paradise. Can't be worse than Galawain's tusks.
Tempting as it sounds, if there's one thing I've learned from you, it's that running from problems only lets them fester.
Unfortunately, you are uniquely qualified to deal with this, so we're stuck fixing things. Dread.
Get some rest. That goes for everyone.
Alright. Yatzli?
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
If you don't know what to think, what chance do I have? Happy to help. I'm not sure how much I can add.
I think I just need to say some things out loud, if that's all right. It's just...
Go ahead.
We already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
You don't have to, you know, figure it out now. But, you know. Again, I personally don't care what you do. You know, do whatever you want to do. It's like, I don't, you know, have any say one way or another. I don't care in one way or another, you know. But, you know. Sounds like you want to be a new... Sounds like you want to be the new librarian. At least the mystery of your dream has been solved. Maybe you should talk it over with Quilici. Get his perspective. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, you should at least tell him about all this, you know, before you make a decision.
I love the man, but he'll just be endlessly supportive, the fiend. And trying to send a letter when we're on the move like this? It's a struggle.
Well, you know,
It's not an answer
later.
I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
That means you can focus on Minkum's Alpha now. Maybe you can settle down and focus on helping Fiona. And the answer even gives you a whole new direction for your life. And I'm glad you could get your answer, no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... For the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yatzli. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Again, I feel like it's not for me to say, really. I mean, again, you've won my opinion. I guess I will say it. Your whole life has been about the godless. You can't stop now. I don't think you'll ever forgive yourself if you're banned for your visit, Yatzli. I think you have to start with Wingram. It's your life. You know your desires better than I do. I want to say this just because, again, I don't see. It's not like I'm sounding like it's submissive when I say I don't care what you do, but it's more like all of these choices are things that are not for me to say, you know? Like, do you stay in VR? Do you become a librarian, I guess? Or do you become a wizard in training, you know? Whatever, with Wingram. Like, all these things are like, yeah, it's things I could not relate to, or, you know, it's not my business what you do. I mean, if I had to choose something, that's a good question, though, you know. What would I choose? Like, I don't know. Because I don't know what I would want to do based on this, you know. I mean, staying VR and with your husband and, you know, trying to fix up VR as well, I guess, maybe. Or like support the community and everything. It's probably the one that I feel like I would say the most. Like, I'll just say this.
I ask because I want
Yeah,
your advice.
I thought you were gonna say that again.
Please. What do you think?
Alright, I have to choose something. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how to say it in this way. Like, forgive yourself if you're banned VR. I mean, is it abandoning it VR? I mean, obviously VR is not in a great place right now, you know? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to say this either because, like, yeah, she has, like, her whole thing is the godless and all that stuff, you know. But that doesn't mean you can't choose something else. That you can't change your path in life. Whether it's become wizard or go back to VR or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like, how much of this, you know, is also like determined? Like, can you really only choose one? Like, yeah, like probably the wizard one is you know, going with Windgrim is probably the one that's gonna be the most difficult to really, you know, go back right away. You know, you Windgrim definitely seems like he would be one that would be very harsh and, you know, very like on Yatzli to become this great magi, whatever they call them. I don't know if that's what her idea is about Yatzli Wingrim, you know. I mean, Wingrim said she was impressed by her magical abilities and stuff, you know. Just like, maybe that's what she's trying to do to train her. I don't know. But it feels like that would be the one that would be the less likely to, you know, be able to really leave or anything. Like, I'm just kind of like, why can't you, like, leave? You know, like, if you choose this, could you not go back still? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to pick, man. I'll say this one because it's the one that I probably would pick myself, I guess.
You're right. Especially after all we've been through. Really, leaving them in Vidaro's hands is a fate I wouldn't wish on anyone. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. I'm sure Quilici will be relieved to know that I'll be back to make his life interesting again. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
See, that's kind of what I was not afraid of. I'm just gonna pause real quick. I want to hear what they say about that, but I just wanted to like say like, yeah, I was a little bit afraid that like she was just gonna make the decision here now. Like, it sounded like I was making the decision for her, which is again not what I wanted. See, that's why I did not want to pick the decision, because like I knew if I did that it was gonna be something, you know. It really sounded like it's, you know, it's like she wanted all these things. I don't know, but then I pick for her. I don't like that. I don't want my companions just to be what I choose for them. You know, it's a bit unfortunate, but it's like that probably doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's just, you know, just a little extra thing. It's not really gonna do much in terms of the game, I don't think. It's just, you know. Anyway, I don't know. Let's just listen to this last little thing they talk about in camp, and that's gonna be the episode.
1,000 times. Why?
Have you ever eaten at the dead swordfish?
Once.
Oh, it's terrible, right? Tamerchi keeps raving about it, but I think there's just nothing else in town.
You're talking about the ragfish stew, right? That stuff would peel the bark off a tree.
Oh, that's delicious.
The last time I had it, I was bedridden for days. I don't know how they eat there every day.
I had a buttermilk biscuit there once. Spent the next week in the privy.
You just gotta soldier through it a few times. Builds character and a strong stomach.
And that's the way we end this episode. Talking about food that makes you go poop, I guess. Alright. Well, this game contains multitudes, you know? I don't know, man. Alright. Well, yeah. That's the episode, and next time might actually truly be the finale. I mean, we are right here. I think at least we're close. You know, hopefully, you know, I'm feeling up for a longer episode if it comes to that. I've, you know, tried to make well, this one ended up a little longer, but I tried to make these last few episodes. You know, I wanted to make these episodes here not as long. I did, you know, just because of like, I don't know if it's gonna be a whole thing this area or not, and how much I feel like pushing through. You know, I couldn't have pushed through the first time we got here, the you know, 2 episodes ago or whatever. That would have been a bad call to do that. I could have maybe done it today, maybe, but I want to go into this as fresh as possible. You know, not feeling like, man, I'm exhausted, I don't want to play anymore. I want this game to end on a note where I'm like engaged, you know, fully engaged. After 2 hours, you know, even in a game like this, I will become a little bit lethargic and just like, what are we doing? What is going on? I've been playing for a while, you know, and everything. I mean, you can obviously pause the video and take a break or something. I think I've done that before in an episode or 2 of something, you know, but I don't typically want to do that. I want to be present for everything in the game. So yeah, like, I think it's the right call. I think that's gonna be enough for a full episode. This is, you know, yeah, I feel like that's gonna be enough for a whole episode, and probably more. Who knows how much there is to do here? Like, I'm not sure what will happen, but I mean, we're gonna have some kind of fight, probably. Talk to Sabadell, probably. Maybe Bodega's gonna arrive somehow. I mean, he didn't seem to be able to come here like directly, but I don't know. It does seem silly that we're only talking to them through this statue thing before, but yeah, whatever. I don't know if we're gonna actually meet other guards here. I don't. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows? Probably just gonna be more make folk or something. Who knows? But I feel like we're gonna have some kind of fight, of some kind. Final boss. You know, big fight. In some way or another. And I mean, again, maybe you can fight Sabadell if you choose to do that. What happens if you free Sabadell? You know, are we gonna figure out that hey, actually it's all bad and we actually gotta fight Sabadell because he turned out to actually be kinda evil and vindictive or something at least, or at least, you know, maybe even freeing them will just make the dream skirts worse or something and we still have to deal with them. I don't know what it's gonna end up being. Like, my hope is still that everything is gonna turn out well, but maybe that's optimistic. But I still think my decision lies in freeing Sabadell. However, we can do that. And then I guess we'll see what happens. But who knows? A lot of things could happen here. I feel like, yeah, there's definitely room for many ways this could go, and we'll see. It's interesting. I think we're really approaching the end game here. I think we are actually approaching the end game, which is, after all these episodes, it does feel a bit refreshing to finally be here. You know, I'm glad to be playing this, and I could certainly play it for longer, you know, but I'm also at the point where I still feel like I do want to end the game soon. I'm not saying, you know, the game is exhausting me at this point or just want it over, but I think it's time, you know. I certainly feel like the game has done as much as it can, you know, in everything it wants to do, you know. Um, so yeah. Alright, anywho, that's episode. See you next time.